Hello there, and thank you so much for coming to this session. You're so welcome, so very welcome. So, today we are looking into a question that is about dreaming, and it's the prerequisite we're curious about to get to the point that we can dream again. And the question is, if I felt truly, if I was able to really be true with my feelings, could I dare? Could I dare to dream again? And that dare part is actually linked to how the sacral chakra thinks about the world, because there's an awful lot of moving out into the world. It's a point of self-expression. This is the point where, as a small person, the great excitement of going out in lime green socks and a purple top and feeling like all the thing. So this is that time in our life, and the bit that catches us up is if someone says, "My dear, those lime green socks, that purple shirt, people are going to laugh at you. You're going to be embarrassed by your taste in clothes." Oops, hang on a minute. I just got someone to let in. Hello, hello. We're just underway. And so yeah, it's this feeling that our taste, our expression of our emotions is suddenly not okay. So there's this judge out there that is basically saying the purple socks and the green top, and people are you're gonna feel sad and embarrassed. And even earlier than that, it's that even smaller person who says, "I hate peas." You know, "Uh, do anything you like, I hate peas." But then what's the family message? You got to finish what's on your plate. And slowly over time, body has this idea that it has to kind of learn to accommodate peas. Doesn't like peas, but it has to accommodate peas. And so our ability to be discerning about our preferences and our taste. So sacral chakra is all about my taste, my preferences, my brightness, my expression, my feelings. And we want to be able to live in those feelings like all out. But all of that stuff, eat the peas, not the purple shirt, not the green pants, not the tutu in public. All of that stuff makes us doubt our own preferences. So as a little person, we're really all in on that tutu. And then at school, a schoolmate, this is a peer change now, the peer pressure comes in. You're the silly kiddie in the tutu. And again, we doubted our ability to live as we really would love to be in that tutu. So it's a doubting. And in that doubting, how do we dream? If we can't be clear on what we prefer, how can we choose for the future for us? How can we live and feel that future as exciting and in color and delightful when we're still not sure whether we like peas or not? So it's the reality has just limited us into the smaller and smaller emotional box. Tonight, we would like to bring Gabrielle in, and we would love her help and guidance to just free up this part of ourselves. And we would love to bring that feeling of expansiveness and color into our dreaming, and a real trust that the emotions that we feel in those dreamings are going to lead us somewhere positive. So there's a real safety in our ability to navigate our dreamscape, which is our inner world. Gabrielle brings our divine feminine to life. She's the beginning of our feminine spiral. And she brings us just that. In fact, we'll play with that right now. Play. She brings us play and joy and fun. And which she brings us, just for a moment, close your eyes. And in your inner world, picture yourself as a little girl dressed in your colors that you love, your favorite colors, and you're at a playground. and you see a swing. And you're not quite sure about the swing, it's very long, but you feel encouraged, you get in and do whatever you need to do for your little girl to feel safe. Maybe the swing has little safety belts. We're not worried, we're not unconcerned about that. But what we want to do is get the swing moving. So in your inner world, start to feel the little girl you in your favorite colors swinging on the swing. And then I want you to feel braver and braver and really let that swing start to move. And we're looking for the place where right at the top of the swing, there's a and that little tummy move, the tummy's kind of like not caught up. And it's if we can stay really feeling in trust with ourselves in our inner world, it's an excitement. So the swing goes right to the top and it hangs there for a moment, almost as if it could hang there forever, looking at the sky. And then it falls back again. And again, feeling safety, the falling back away to go forward and up and lift again. So have you got the feeling in yourself, that feeling of excitement, the little girl who's lifting into the sky, who's lifting up and out? That's the feeling we want to bring as we work our way through and towards our sense of being with Gabriel. Okay, let's also now just think we want two more aspects to bring before we really settle into our meditation. And one is the moon. So the moon, Gabriel brings us the moon as the phases of the moon. So it's not so much the pull of the moon, we'll do that with another angel, but Gabriel gives us the waxing and the waning, the crescent moon, the full moon, the new moon. So it's all that changeability of emotions. And it does, if you ever see a picture of the moon as a time-lapse photography, it's literally a beautiful sine wave in the sky as the moon changes her shape. So what we want to grab here is recognizing that our emotions are so very changeable. Recognizing the cycle that we have as women, whether we're actually menstruating or whether we're before menstruating or after menstruating, the way we cycle with the moon. And in that changeability, the other thing about our little girl is she could be all out, really, really grumpy, having a complete tantrum 1 minute, and then someone could offer an ice cream and it's all good again. Do you remember being in that changeability of self? Or do you remember as a person with little kiddies, offering someone, a kiddie who's crying, offering them an ice cream, and suddenly it's all forgotten, all forgiven? So we want to gather into our now bodies that sense of emotional flow and not attaching to emotions as they go through. So one moment we might be angry and really angry, but then we also trust that in the next moment we might feel really happy and soft, that this is okay, that it's part of our flow. So just for a moment, feel in your now body just a sense of motionfulness, even as you're sitting still. Where in the body is still moving? And where is there a flow that moves in and out? Moves up and down. Moves from side to side. And those emotions in particular are part of our watery system. So our womb, our ovaries, our kidneys. But of course there is water in our blood. There is water all through the systems of our body. And she speaks to the changeability of all of those and the right regulation of them. So there's a sense of confidence that the wateriness in our body is all looked after, has its own intrinsic way, that it will indeed find the right viscosity that we'll be drinking when we need to drink. And just that process of feeling hydrated, of feeling the flow of water, and the water as it moves and acts within our body. It's an absolute part of our energetic system is to have the water and to feel the water move, the wateriness of ourselves. And as that water speaks to all other parts of water, all throughout the earth, her atmosphere. So just allow that breath now that connects you to water begin. And it's a breath that comes in through the nose. And then as you release through the mouth, with a really soft sigh. So an inhale comes in through the nose. And the exhale just allows that whole jaw to release. Inhale. And as you're inhaling, feel the tongue, your organ of taste. Feel your tongue just lifting and pressing to the roof of the mouth. Not touching the front teeth, it's tucked a little bit back. And then as you exhale, just feel that beautiful tongue just gently settle behind the bottom teeth. So this is the breath that resonates with the element of water. And in particular, in the physiological sense, it allows the vagus nerve, which is a long silvery nerve. How beautiful is it that we have this moon essence of beautiful silvery light, and our physical moon expression is this long silver nerve called the vagus nerve. And it's the nerve that when our jaw is nice and soft, allows all of the systems, all of the organs in our body to be right regulated. So our gut is regulated well, we have a beautiful heart-brain connection, we have circulation out to the fingers and toes, and we have our mind gently resting and softening. And just that sense of emotional release, and the in and the out as the jaw softens and releases. So one of the names for those two systems is the sun and moon system. And the moon system links to the parasympathetic nerve, which is that vagus nerve, long silvery nerve, bringing sensation all the way through. So just feel the feelings of the whole body, just enjoying the releasing. And now as you work with the breath, just see if you can take the inhale all the way, just very slowly and softly to the top of the inhale, and notice when the inhale just comes to the very top, and just before it's about to stop, it pauses, just like the little girl on the swing. So there's a pause, lifted up towards the sky, she was on her swing, and then gently as the mouth releases down, the breath out releases, and it's like you're swinging back away from that. So get the sense of the swing, of the movement, and allow it to flow. So it's as if we're noticing the very passing of the breath as in moving faster and then gently moving slower, moving all the way up to almost a stop right at the top of the inhale, and then moving as we breathe out again to a stop almost at the very bottom of the exhale. And it's that pause that we want to acknowledge, that feeling of lifted excitement. So let's now travel even more deeply as we ask and join and invocate Gabriel to be with us. Gabriel, Gabriel, Gabriel. Thank you for your presence here with us. Thank you for spending time with us, for allowing us to be in your presence. Thank you for the gifts that you bring us, that wonderful ability to release and let go of emotions as they move through us, the wateriness of us, the changing of us. And in all of that, the wonderful feeling of being at home in our own emotions. Thank you. Just feel now how it's almost as if now in this dream moment that you can take yourself to a dreamscape. And in this place, you are as a bird's eye view. You are beautifully and safely flying above the scene that you witness. It's a beautiful, soft, starry night. And on this night, the moon is full. And there is a wonderful silver pathway that you're flying towards that you can see just on the sea. The silvery trail just draws your eyes like no other, leading you right up to the beautiful face of the moon. And as you gently zoom around in your dreamscape, because why wouldn't you? As you fly with freedom and delight as the breath moves and flies with you, Gabriel offers her silver spiral to you. And this spiral comes into the body as a recognition of the deep and abiding connection between Mother Earth and Daughter Moon. And Gabriel holds it for us as a clockwise spiral, emanating up from the earth, all the way along that beautiful silver trail that we can follow with our eyes, all the way up to the moon herself. And just feel in yourself now that sense of clockwise. Check in if you need to about direction. Use a sway in your body or a sway in your head to feel the vortex lifting the silvery element of hope and dreaming in your dreamscape. So you have this wonderful motion, this lifted sense that as you work towards the spiraling towards the moon, that she will catch you. So as you lift as high as you can into the sky, she will catch you. That as you fling yourself in your dream, you're flying and there's nothing there, she will catch you. There is no dreaming that you can dream that she isn't able to hold you and allow you to come back to yourself in a way that is safe and connected and brings back from the dream that which was the inspiration and the excitement, that which filled your heart as you lifted yourself into the sky, the silveriness of that beautiful clockwise spiral resonating through your sacral chakra as you are held in that wonderful mother-daughter connection, that deep, deep, divine connection. And you are part of it. Even as your dreaming expands, and suddenly you can see that you are now clear about what it is that you are ready to reach for, what it is that you are yearning for, seeking, desiring, preferring, and choosing. With all of your awareness, just allow these notes, these choices, these options, these hopes to just be captured in your sense of self. Fill yourself with the resonance of your dreamed dream so that you can indeed bring it back to reality. You may choose to write of it, you may choose to speak of it, you may put it under your pillow so that you can dream this dream again in any time that you choose. As you rest in the comfort of this expanded dreaming, bring absolute thanks to Gabriel for her assistance in this. Understanding how she has freed you through her capacity to catch you, to be that place that you can throw yourself against, and that she will be there for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Now I'm just going to turn the recording off.